What's good, everybody? We got game number 1 of the Kasva versus Anotand series. We didn't think we were going to be able to cast it with some of errors with the mods and whatnot going on, but shout out to Bitterland, was able to fix it up and able to observe the game. So Anotand spawning in this southern side of Cauldron, playing against Kasva in the north side. It's Chinese for Kasva, and Anotand's on that roost. 4 villagers building that hunting cabin. Splits off onto some sheep right next to that. So he wants to fast build that to get his second scout out a little bit quicker. And then still doing that typical split onto all food with like 2 villagers onto the wood line. Slowly get up enough wood for, you know, wheelbarrow if you get enough bounty for it. And, you know, whatever else you may want as you are roost, you want to quickly transition maybe with a wooden fortress or, you know, Kremlin, if you want to go for that faster feudal age. But first set of deer has been taken by Anotand. Wolf is following with it. Kasva on the other side has obviously done the typical decision on a lot of water maps, which is take the water, take control of the center. So has a dock, grabbing that shoreline fish with his villager that he built with his villagers at home. You can tell what the split he has. Heavy onto the wood means that he is going to start pumping some fishing boats. So what's Anotand's response going to be to this? How's he going to react to this fishing boat production in the middle? How is he going to gain some security of this middle pond, as he is sure to need to deny this because an eco advantage is a little too crucial. Anotand, realizing he's going to get enough bounty for his feudal age, goes ahead, queues up wheelbarrow. First hunting cabin's giving him 23 gold a minute. He's got another deer or so he just is trusting that he's going to find another wolf or 2. And there is that wolf that he had earlier on that we know he was attacking and decided to leave. Kasva has that eco lead already with 2 fishing boats being pumped out. As the Chinese, they work a little bit harder, as the dock does, that is. And so we're just going to go back to the income per minute, as Kasva will be able to start skyrocketing up the eco. Wolf has been taken. Anotand very, very close to his feudal age, and that's going to be the answer moving forward with 8 villagers. It's going to be a Kremlin drop into the middle. And Kasva, he's Dark Age. He still doesn't have a barracks. He doesn't have the wood for a barracks yet, as he's still utilizing his wood for these fishing ships. So what is his response going to be, other than just having to try to run and hide and keep the investment that he made it with these fishing boats alive? Few more sheep getting pulled back in. Boar has been spotted out, but the Kremlin is starting to be built with the fishing boats on the opposite side. They're basically scouts at this point, with the I don't know when the update was, a couple patches ago, but they give so much vision, so able to see this Kremlin being dropped, and just is hoping that it's out of range of the immediate upgrades that this Kremlin gives, as it comes in play with arrow slits, castle turret, and castle watch. So we'll give a ton of vision in this center point too. So just mid-map control being retaken by Anotand. Wouldn't be too surprised to see him just drop a dock here next to it on one of these sides of it, and, you know, make sure the fishing gets denied, but start fishing himself, as roost fishing, even though it's shoreline, is still super, super strong. Kasva on his side, though, should be getting close to feudal age drop, and he is Chinese, so we'll be able to quickly build that on up. Won't be too delayed on it, but the Kremlin has finished. Fishing boats just out of range, it looks like, but as we already noticed, Anotand is building a dock. Kasva's doubling down, though. I don't understand this decision with the Kremlin already up. How are you going to be able to do anything? How are you going to be able to deny anything? This doesn't seem worth it at all. Anotand fast builds the dock. Gonna start shoreline fishing with his vills next to it, and I'd expect him to just get a sprinkled ship or an archer ship popped out and just start fighting in this middle pond. The key for Anotand is not only will be able to fall back to the dock for healing, the ships for Kasva will not be able to push up. They won't be able to raid or like take down any of the military ships on the other side. So gonna be a struggle for Kasva to actually retake this pond. The Imperial Academy has been dropped. It's being right behind the town center, safe positioning. Going to be able to, you know, connect over to the stone, an additional mill that's sure to be dropped on that deer as well. Scout already burning down the dock that was just built. It is an archer ship first, just going to deny that fishing for the time being, and now just do as much damage to the dock as possible. A demo ship, the first thing queued up for Kasva, but Anotand already has the response. He just needs to be aware of this. Vils could be oh, already ready and available. Kasva just gets as much damage as he can from it, which was onto the dock right next to it. Anotand still hadn't queued up another ship behind this, and Kasva not too far away from being able to drop the Barbican, maybe go up to Song Dynasty, get that extra villager eco pumping, as he has the eco lead technically, but those 3 fishing ships aren't working, so not really having the lead at all. And Anotand up to 11 military. That is obviously the fishing ships and some militia that are starting to move across the map. Might go for a little bit of a raiding party himself, or just help burn down these docks a little bit faster. The sprinkled ship does more flat damage to these docks with that sprinkled attack, so gonna be getting some decent damage on both of these docks with torches from the scout and militia now, and with those ships on the other side. Anotand scouts out the Barbican though. No reaction from the militia. Looks like his main focus is just dealing with the dock in the center. Demo able to get on the sprinkled ship, but again, it doesn't one-shot it, so I don't really understand this move. Anotand even pulls over to his... No, it doesn't look like the Vils are healing it up. They're just grabbing shoreline fish, but pulling back out of range. Dock upgrade has come into play. Anotand pulls those militia over to that dock as well as his scout to get some damage. And look at this. Now the Vil pull comes in. Gonna start healing up this ship, and he can out heal the dock. That dock not gonna be able to... Oh! It takes down the villager. That dock, though, what I was going to say, not going to be able to shoot the villager, but demo ship does. Sprinkled ship pulled back. I think it was just a little... Oh, I was going to say a little too late, but just in time, able to keep that sprinkled ship alive. Dock is on fire. No Vil's going to be able to be pulled up to heal that dock back to life. And Anotand even has a demo ship to quickly finish this thing off. So last dock has been taken down. Anotand has his own fishing ship now, so has the eco lead on his side, but will need more of it with Song Dynasty being dropped. Wooden Fortress going down at home, as that wood line is not in range of the forward Kremlin, so Wooden Fortress needing to be dropped to give him that extra wood eco that he wants and needs. Has a ton of food in the bank, does not have the gold yet. I was going to say, don't know if he's going to go for a fast castle or go for some aggression. With the stables being dropped, that typically means you're going for a little bit more aggression. Wood going to be utilized for production buildings, and most likely going to get some more fishing ships in here, I would assume. Archery range being dropped behind this as well, so this tells me Anotand wants more aggression, even though he has the food for Castle Age. Meanwhile, Kasva really good on his macro behind this, dropping his secondary TC, getting his Vils over to the food. Still on that gold, protected by the Barbican, so Kasva's feeling pretty decent about this Chinese eco behind this. Oh, the Vils gather to the fishing boat. Big brain moves by Anotand. Now I understand what he was talking about, so they don't have to take this travel time back home. And another fishing boat has come out. Another archery range has been dropped. So Anotand going to start pumping this mass out. First night going to start circling around. Probably have an idea to look for that deer. China usually is going gonna struggle on food at some point, especially if they go with this second TC, especially if they get denied on their initial food source, which was that middle shoreline fish. And look at this scouting by Anotand, just sitting that scout right in front of that berry, that initial food source, sees exactly when, you know, the sheep are running out, only 3 left. And the knight, oh no, actually attacks the mining camp. Kasva pulls back, knight not able to get some damage, and a little bit of some scout fighting. What is this? 4 villagers moving along. Not sure what their game plan is, but we will keep an eye on these. As we know Kasva, it's going to be some sort of tower rush, proxy base, something or another. Secondary TCs for Kasva working. It's going to be a fast castle for Kasva. You can tell with the food, the gold in the bank. He's not spending any of it. Not really worrying about it. And we just heard the boar. Not only does it take down the scout, whichever scout was left alive, it takes down the wolf, denying some extra potential bounty from Anotand and just being that annoying. But the first bit of archers have started to circle around. No castle age still yet for Kasva. He's actually starting to move heavier onto the wood line. Has the resources to do it. Let's see. Imperial Palace being dropped, so wants to get some vision, wants to know exactly where Anotand's vills are, as he hasn't been doing the greatest scouting, being Chinese, kind of being denied from this mid-map with the Kremlin as well. Double ram dropped right as castle's coming into play. Back on those, it's a proxy. Palace guards coming in, proxy palace guard spam, and that's gonna do some damage into the wood line of Anotand, as both players have proxy production. So in order to kind of keep his vills alive, he's going to have to mass back units that aren't close. They don't have that defender's advantage. There are 3 knights just kind of sitting here for Anotand, not pressuring, not doing anything, and the 2 rams starting to push. It's actually 4 knights. He's just, all of the stables has just been massing at home. He's got a good amount of knights just kind of chilling, waiting for the taking. Sends those archers inside the ram. Really good micro there. Not going to keep the archers, or not going to allow the archers to take any damage. But maybe the knights were doing better staying over at home, as he just threw away that first knight for absolutely nothing. Ram moves back. Vills pulled right back into that Barbican. But the Barbican, it's down at half health. Knight's coming back to health, and Anotand doesn't choose to jump back inside the Barbican. He's actually going to get a free pick on the Imperial official and dropping a wooden fortress behind this wood line. So we'll give Anotand even more vision, and not only that, he can get some upgrades for this if he grabs some stone. Kasva 16 eco advantage. Palace guards look like they're running back home instead of raiding. Might have accidentally clicked the all military key, or just needs to try to hold this push from coming in. Knight, oh, that's the scout. I was about to say, if that was a knight, it'd be a lot worse. But the Barbican gets taken down. A couple of the vills with that. It is 6-1 vill kills. And there's the palace guard spam. First couple palace guards headed into the wood line. Anotand not yet reacting. Pulls back as the first villager dies, but has a couple knights on the berries in the north. Kasva starting to struggle for some food. We know he's going to be on those backside deer, but he moved out heavy onto those vills on the berries and loses a ton of vills and gets a ton more idle time. 10 vill kills compared to 2, but Kasva still having that 12 vill count lead. We'll check in on this vision for Anotand. You can see how much he can see all over the map comparative to Kasva, who can't really get a ton of vision with what he has out right now. More palace guards still in the base for Anotand, who just actually vills being idled, maybe rotating wood lines up at the deer at the top. Not really sure. No, he's just back on it, spread out a little bit and dropping a market. 3 rams chilling, hasn't pushed in yet, and has a military mass on the backside. So really should know that Kasva doesn't really have anything here at all. Another archer mass on the opposite side. Anotand just skyrocketing in with this military mass that he has. Looks like he's running by where that secondary town center is, maybe trying to group his military together and take one big fight, or go for maybe one big dive onto Kasva's main eco. Kasva on the other side still pushing these palace guards into that wood line, still being annoying as he possibly can be. Tons of Vills are low health, but might need a few more palace guards before taking this. And speaking of that, here's the palace guard mass. He's got 13 palace guards. Trying to pull back towards his base, but there's too many knights here to deal with this. 10 knights and 26 archers. Anotand's going to win this fight heavily. Vills have been pulled to try to heal or burn down this wooden fortress. Anotand just pulls a few archers to deal with that, and the palace guards are getting shredded. Yes, they're taking down a few units with that, but look at how many more units Anotand's going to end this fight with. He's got 52 compared to Kasva's 10. Rams pushing forward onto that secondary town center right as the palace guard mass gets killed, so the worst timing possible for Kasva to pull those Vills forward. Absolute mayhem. Only a few more palace guards to defend this up. Militia helping, pushing forward instead of helping with the palace guard raids at home, but the Rams, they're on the secondary town center. The wooden fortress taking down some Vills with that. We see some more palace guard spams in Anotand's base. 17 kills, though, compared to 4. This is that big difference. Anotand's raid's just so much more successful. Secondary TC taken down. Anotand taking down more Vills with this. He's actually taking down lumber camps as he knows that he's just denying anything and everything on Kasva's side. Couple of those knights headed back towards those berries, potentially. Archers taking down a few more Vills as they pop out of the village. And Kasva has been housed with that village getting taken down, but quickly has another one already in queue, already building. Looks like Anotand might have finally spotted out this... Nope. Maybe not spotted. No, he has not spotted out the proxy base yet, I don't believe. Archers just throwing their lives away under the main TC now that's being focused. And that knight has found those berries. The villagers circle it and just take down the knight at the cost of a few more villagers. I would not want to be a Kasva villager this game. 28 villagers have been killed, and there are sure more to follow as Vills are hopping out of that town center, healing it right back up, jump right back inside. So just this in and out micro game coming out of either of these players. Knight goes back to that northern side. Berry patch takes down most... I mean, this thing is going to be absolutely devastating, and there's more knights to follow. Kasva's going to need to pull back from this, and the main town center about to go down. It is on fire. A couple more palace guards are here to hold, here to try to push back the rest of these archers, but this is absolute mayhem on both of these sides as Anotand, he's starting to take a few more Vill kills now. He's starting to take a little bit more damage, and a lot of those are low health. Knights raiding a few more Vills on the backside. The village just has 8 villagers inside it, going to be fully idled. So eco numbers, Anotand has taken the lead. Both have tons of idled Vills, but Kasva has his whole entire eco idled. Has pushed back. Looks like he might have stabilized for a second, but villagers just flowing on in. Really good that Anotand has this Kremlin, as these militia probably have done a great job pushing back some of these men-at-arms, just keeping these Vills a little bit healthier, especially comparative to Kasva. Archers just kiting back, taking everything they can before they head on home or pull on back, as Kasva has a few more palace guards here. Anotand is still feudal age, does not yet have castle in mind. As you can see, the resources at the top still quite low, and the initial town center still alive, but it is on fire. Wooden Fortress starting to be focused out as well. This is where these castle units so much more effective in small numbers when your opponent doesn't have 55 units and you know, can actually be utilized. Kasva though, 15 wood. He doesn't even have enough to build a lumber camp right now. 8 Vills still idled inside of that village, and Anotand, he's getting upgrades behind this. He is in no rush. Looks like he is thinking about castle age soon. Has spotted out at least the mill, but maybe not the proxy production still. Because if so, clearing up these 3 barracks would do wonders for him. Oh, militia circle around the backside. He jumps inside the wooden fortress and more vills get taken down, just allowing the wooden fortress to attack over the top because the militia gave him some vision. High trade house is... What is this positioning? Anotand. Why not? Why not here? This thing's gonna be like 20 gold, 40 gold. Compared to like the corner here would have probably been like 200. Oh, they were doing some friendly gathering and Kasva spots it out. He throws a few more palace guards. Anotand, he's down, he's gotten 15 villagers killed. Looks like a few more might go down with this, but with Song Dynasty, he's only ahead by 8 eco. And a keep being dropped in the center. Look at the... Micro by Castle was probably just able to dodge out that archer ship as it was the only ship left, and the keep is on top of Anotand's production now. He just decides to delete a few of those, it looks like, and Kasva moving his base down to the center. Anotand has gone up to Castle. 54 gold for this high trade house. Not exactly what you'd want to see, but it is what it is. Transitioning wood lines, but doesn't have a wooden fortress over on that one yet. More villagers getting taken down. This is starting to look a little worrisome for Anotand. Yes, he has matched the castle age timing. Yeah, he's taken down a ton of villagers. But Kasva, he's China. He's Song Dynasty. He's stabilized with the keep in the center. And might be able to just hold this. Might be able to just push out of this. Villagers were able to escape from that village. A couple of these archers trying to regroup with the other squad. And crossbows going to be able to be masked up by Anotand. The perfect counter to those palace guard units that Kasva has. Only a few more left as well. Still some units on the backside and still some crucial vision that Anotand is able to grab with this wooden fortress and with the Kremlin. And finally, we see some torches on the barracks. Not only torches, crossbows going to be near the barracks. So, going to be able to snipe down and damage any palace guards that get created out of this. And soon enough, this proxy base from Kasva will be taken down. A second TC being dropped for Kasva. So back to 2 TC Song Dynasty. Vill count will start skyrocketing again. But does he have the food eco to support this? He's been out of the deer, out of the berries. We all know what has been devastation on the berries on the northern side. And he's on this last set of berries. Really needs to get over to this deer potentially. Have some safety over there or maybe some other food on the map. Anotand went through all of this shoreline fish. As I mentioned, those palace guards are getting sniped out as they're being produced. So Kasva probably just needs to delete these. The monastery going where the high trade house should have gone, but Anotand going to be able to start securing up some relics behind this, dealing with these last few palace guards that are annoying in his base. And Anotand, full stabilized, but doesn't have this eco boom potential right now that Kasva does with 2 TC Song. He's even dropping a siege workshop to potentially start maybe taking down the Kremlin and taking down this wooden fortress with whatever he wants out of it. Ram looks like going to be his first choice, his first option, if I had to guess. And a monastery being dropped for Kasva. For some reason, he thinks he can grab some of these relics. He thinks he has some of this map control now. And maybe he does, as the eco numbers at the top, they seem even. But look at the military. Kasva hasn't been producing all this time. He has been full focusing on trying to reboom, trying to get his economy back online. He has 2 military units left. And Anotand, he's the one dropping rams, not slowly building them out of this siege workshop, but dropping rams, building them with his mass that he has, and he might just push forward with this mass. Has another grouping of units going over to this northern side where the Boris might actually have planned to take the boar, but villagers move out for an outpost, and all of those villagers, they are going to sacrifice their lives for this. Outpost, not a chance to be going up. Last villager running, jumps inside that village. The couple barracks are still alive. That Rams first going to clear up these barracks. Then we might see the Rams going towards this middle kind of map control that Kasva has regained. Not only does he have a keep, he's got an outpost here, he's got a TC, and tons of vills to go with that, which Anotand sees all with the wooden fortress that is about to go down. Crossbows, archers, still trying to just find vills to kill. Anotand has been doing a great job suppressing the eco of Kasva, making sure that if he tries to go somewhere, he's taking damage. And speaking of trying to go somewhere, he is pushing forward into an archer mass with 30. Oh, he's got a nest of bees, though. Might be enough security, but immediately starts losing vills. Does have textiles, so not like these vills are going to be taken down super easily just by that small group of 8 archers. But look at the reinforcements coming in for Anotand. He saw that many vills. He is going to pressure that, and the Rams are here to follow. Kasva does decide to drop that town center. Nest of Bees pushing forward. Huge shot onto these archers. Only 2 archers left through this. Anotand takes a few more vills down before they are going to sacrifice their lives. And the grouping in the north side is pulling back to group up with the rest of the military as well. 4 Rams, though. This town center, it's going to go down before it even thought about going up, it seems like. Crossbows pushing forward. Couple of men-at-arms are into the mix as well, so going to try to get on top of that nest of bees and on top of that villager mass. Another decent shot from the nest of bees, but gets taken down by that melee mass. Villagers running towards the Rams, but there's so much military here for Anotand. Kasva's just throwing away all these vills. Not room inside the town center for those villagers either. Wait, 1 ram of Kasva, so 3 of Anotand's, and pushes all of the vills out and all of the vills away. So this TC is just free for the taking now. Anotand, I guess a little bit of control on military. Doesn't want to take the TC for the time being. Back towards those middle landmarks. Gonna spot that additional TC again. Nope, is going back for that TC. We'll take it down quite quickly, and we can see this military difference again. 43 to 1. Some of that is militia. There's that one single nest of bees. Pops on out. Oh! That was a potential for a really good shot. Just a decent one, though. Military units, the melee ones, immediately just run right towards that. We saw what happened last time, even with villagers trying to heal that up. There are villagers being pulled trying to heal that up, but will they be successful in doing so? Looks like he does have a big mass here, but crossbows come to help yet again, and that nest of bees is not long for this world. Nest of Bees taken down yet again. A couple more villagers to go with it. Villagers pulled to finally burn down those Rams in the northern side. But Anotand has taken down the keep in the center with Trebs behind this. And those 3 Trebs starting to move forward towards that TC, towards that siege, towards all of Kasva's base, which doesn't seem to be anything anymore. And there it is. Kasva throws in the towel. Game number 1 goes over to Anotand. What a great, wild first game with proxy production from both of these players and just non-stop vill kills, non-stop vill raids, but Anotand proves to be the victor. Thanks everyone for watching on Twitch, if you're watching it there, and if not, if you're watching on YouTube, throw the sub, the thumbs up, and check out game number 2.